Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome back to Edessa Season 2. And this particular scene, Al Qadir will be waiting outside his hut, looking upon the tilled lands of the servants and going over some ledgers that he seems to be of a project that he seems to be working on. Though he does enjoy the night air, he has a secondary reason to be outside. He is aware that a associate of his, Tristan, wishes his presence and chooses to be outside to hopefully gain his attention as quickly as possible.
Somewhere in the night, Al-Qadir will hear the flap of a bird's wings behind him. And when he looks behind him, he sees the form of Tristan shifting into his vision. And he looks up, looks at Al-Qadir, and says, "Hello, my friend."
Greetings. And you see his head kind of turn looking around. The dead of night is what it is, the dead of night. So there's not too many people outside. At best, you might hear a dog or a cat. And he'll make a minor statement. As impressive as your talents are, that maybe it would have been just better to walk.
No. I choose to enjoy the sky.
Very well.
How have you been? How have you been since your return to the city?
It has been going well for the most part. So I don't seem to be permanently damaged. I feel my mind is my own.
Are you certain?
I have asked associates of mine to check on it, and they seem to have brought up nothing.
Your elders in Clan Asimite, I presume.
Yes.
I see. Well, that is good to hear. I was worried that they might have done something to you.
More than likely they did, but one day I felt some type of disturbance. It seems that somebody might have taken care of that particular problem for us.
That is good. I must say, I was quite worried when you were taken, and it's the main reason as to why I volunteered for your rescue. I'm grateful that you're still here.
I appreciate your concern. It's good to know that our relationship can be more personal.
I have given you my friendship, Al-Qadir, for your efforts in helping my clan. And that is not a wasted gesture that I intend to squander.
Yeah. He nods to that. I'm glad that I'm able to prove myself worthy to claim Gangrel.
Well, you're to prove yourself worthy to me. Whether or not you prove yourself worthy to my clan is depending on my primogen's attitude of you. Which, if we get to the bottom of this case, I'm sure that we will be able to do this justly and properly.
Indeed.
Onto a bit of business. I hate to bring up such topics, but I heard a nasty little rumor.
Did you know? There's
I heard
many
that
of them out there.
I heard that the sheriff is going to leave the city. He's going back to tours.
Gerard. And he puts that in his mind for a moment. I hear he's been a resident in this city for a long time. If he's wishing to leave, there must be something afoot.
Yes, however, I don't know the accuracy of this rumor. For all intents and purposes, it may just be a rumor. But if it is, it's a little worrying. The prince's rule teeters on the edge of oblivion. She's going to need results, and she's going to need it now.
And it seems Travers's actions have been proven fruitful then. You told me you didn't much care for her.
I don't particularly care too much about her either. Which brings me to my next subject. If we get to the bottom of a case that we have been working on and we expose the truth for what it really is, how do you think that will affect the court?
I don't know. The Ravna seem to still want to have their tea parties, and the Tremere, being what they are, have kept quiet of their actions.
Yes. I actually doubt all of Clan Ravnos is involved. I think it's a scourge most of all.
They are still judged with complacency, unless he was truly that deceptive and they truly have no awareness.
I don't think the Clan Roma is that much keen on talking to one another. I believe that they can just go their own way should they wish. For they are much like my blood, independent and, well, very stubborn. But that could be used to our advantage. We stand up before a precipice, Al-Qadir. Once we get to the bottom of this case, we could do a number of cases. Could do a number of things. One, we could give Clan Ravnos, if they are truly unknown for this crime, if they do not know what happens, what is going on, we could give them the opportunity to repent and then take it to the court with the full support of Clan Ravnos, or we could simply take it to the court and let the wolves feast on the bare bones that remain.
I have no reason to decimate them. I merely want justice for what happened.
I do too, which is why we are discussing this particular problem. For you see, the political climate of the city is currently a powder keg. Clan Alcavian wants its domains back. Clan Bruja is teetering on the edge of oblivion. Clan Zimisi has, for all intents and purposes, been killed. If we were to lay this evidence before the court and say Clan Ravnos did it, Clan Ravnos would be destroyed, and that would leave our city so much weaker. I don't care for the fate of the Tremere. They can rot and die for all that I care about. However,
The usurpers are entrenched. If we do this action before the supposed sheriff leaves, they will have some sense of amnesty. Their connection to the Ventru is extremely strong in this city.
Yes, which is why I actually should believe that we should wait a bit until the sheriff has left. He's a powerful ally of the Tremere known as Aldrich.
I know.
So if the sheriff is truly leaving, it is just one more piece of the board.
That is true. But there are many cracks in our plan, or maybe many cracks I am aware of.
Well, our plan completely rests upon the intelligence of an ancient rat, so there you go.
No. I've been in research of the words that Tabris told me.
Oh?
Apparently, they are, let's just say, parasites within the city. Real ones, not our usual lot, that have been ignored for quite some time.
Of course there are.
They are, but these are rather fat.
I know. And to deal with the parasites, we must first deal with the problems that lay before us. The problem that lays before us is the eradication and kidnapping, destruction and turning of my clan.
Of Zemisi, Gangrel, and the Nosferatu.
Yes. The clans of the city have suffered too much. They've been at each other's throats for too long. The Bruja have lost standing. Their elders have vacated. Clan Ventru is falling upon itself. Clan Malkavian does not have any territory to speak of. Clan Zemisi is dead. This domain needs guidance. It needs people to defend it. It needs the Canaanites of the city to pull their asses pull their heads out of their asses and look at what is beyond. We have another domain waging war at us. And in the meantime, there are things unspeakable going on. And in
And you
order
think
to
getting
tackle
a
all of
target
that,
future.
we have to start with the clans.
A target would make them more focused, but it could have further repercussions. The Tremir's main goal is survival, and they have proven in their short amount of time how well they are at it.
Yes. Which frustrates me.
But with this proper detailed of information and evidence, I assume if they do not simply nearly dissolve or have not been rid of their power within the city, they will be of service to the clans that they have damaged.
I do not think they will be. I'm sure they will offer their services. I'm sure they will. However, I have an idea of what the terms of Clan Gangrel will be should the evidence come to light. And they are not going to be pretty.
They are not going to wish to teach their secrets to others, I can tell you that.
Oh, it's not going to be their secrets. It's going to be the reversal and the restoration of the minds of every single one of our blood that they have turned into stone. All of them.
That would be extremely difficult.
Yes. And if they cannot do that, they will simply be destroyed.
There's a large request. I hope it's fruitful.
The night is dark and filled with danger.
We have been negligent. I wish to rectify that.
No, we haven't exactly been negligent. There have just been things and piles of ashes thrown on top of our heads without any of us dealing with it.
And Kadir will shake his head. No, my people have been rather negligent for a long time, apparently, in the city.
I'm sorry to hear that the clan of judges isn't up to your standards.
We have a great responsibility. And I hope with these disasters, maybe we can rise up to it again.
Here's to that, then. I will meet you at a fortnight. We will discuss plans. However, I've discovered and have undertaken and I'm going to undertake in various parties to claim some of the domains back for the city. Some of the first will be the restoration of the domain of Clan Malkavian. We need the insight of the seers in order to win this war. Second is the return of several captives across the river. After that, we will see, and I hope in the meantime we will be able to clear this blight that hunts my blood.
Indeed. Though I do plan, and I'd hope you'd be there, to hunt down the chaff that was still left behind by Tabris.
We are actually looking to do that when we are going to reclaim Clan Malkavian's domain. Now, I should note, there are those that have been embraced by Tabris, by the Ventru, and by the Bruja. There are those that fight by their side because they believe them. There are also those that have been robbed of their humanity and simply thrown to the wolves in order to sow chaos amongst us. Those that have nowhere to go. Those that are afraid, and those that don't know what is going on. And for those Cainites, I am going to offer mercy. They didn't ask for any of this.
A lot don't. Do you really think you have the resources to shepherd?
I will make do with what I have.
It may be more merciful simply to end their existence.
That will be their decision. I will explain to them their current situation, both physically and politically, and then leave it up to them whether or not they want to meet the sun the next sunrise. If those are even among them. I do not believe that you should punish someone for the sins of their progenitor.
And there's a small smirk on Kadir's face. And he simply says, I've been told that a lot lately.
Have you now?
My confidant before she left the city felt that way about the usurpers. They deserve mercy for the ones with souls, and the rest from.
Oh, I believe in mercy. And I'm sure the usurpers, there are some among them that deserve it. Those that have taken my clan's blood and turned them into monstrosities, however, they will pay.
That they will. Forfeit it, said, willingly or coerced, they had a choice.
Indeed. Well done. It is good to see that you are well, Al-Qadir. I shall make my way again.
When you say that, you see him gesture to the sky, and a favorable wind kind of goes across the city. For your travels.
Thank you. And he'll turn around, walk into the shadow. And moments later, you can hear the flaps of wings of a bird flying away.
And with that, thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching. Have a good morning, evening, or afternoon.